So do you have an older vehicle that, you know, maybe makes some ticking noises when it starts up, or just makes a little bit more noise than you think it should? Well, in this video, we have a solution for that. So this is the product we're gonna be talking about today, the ATS Chemical, okay? So this is a great company that creates an oil treatment that you simply just pour into the crankcase, rev it up to 1500 RPM to 2000 RPM, and hold it there for about 15 to 20 minutes. This will ensure a full engine flush without having those detrimental other engine flushes that just don't really work. And today we're going to be demonstrating this product and how it works, and we're gonna test it on my own 4Runner. So let's break it down. And this product is simple enough for anyone to use. Sure, it's for professional purposes, but it's simple. Anyone can do it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is just take off your oil filler cap, okay? Then you just clearly open the bottle and you pour the entire content of the bottle inside there. All right, so we're almost finished up here, and just to ensure that we get the entire amount of the content in, I'm just gonna keep it in there for a few seconds. So once you're done with that, just clearly recycle the bottle. Then all you have to do back now is just simply screw the oil filler cap back on. And once you get that snug and tight, you're going to simply rev your engine up to 2000 RPM or 1500 for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, one major thing people forget is just the fact that you need to make sure while you're doing this, you keep your engine cool. So what most people recommend is you put a giant fan in front of the car where wind would obviously blow into the radiator and cool the engine. But what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to prop open the hood and just let it air cool most of the time. But just to ensure, if you're doing this process, just stick a big fan in the front, just cool your engine a bit quicker. And just to ensure that my vehicle won't overheat, I'm going to plug a Blue Driver scan tool into the car and monitor the coolant temperature, just to make sure the vehicle doesn't get a bit too hot during this process. So here's an example of how the engine sounds before the engine flush is completed. You know, it's not bad to do on a car that just has a lot of mileage, because oil sludge just naturally builds up in your engine over time. And it's just good to get all that crud out of the system every so often to make your engine have more horsepower, maximize efficiency, and overall just have better engine performance. So once I am done holding this idle for about 10 to 15 minutes at 1500 RPM, I will get back to you. Another way you can ensure your vehicle to not overheat is put on the heat on. Now, there is no doubt you're gonna get extremely hot during that too, but just fight through it. But now we are done, and now we're gonna transition just to the normal oil change. Disclaimer here, the oil filter and the oil is gonna be extremely hot. So please wear gloves or some other protective material, because it is going to be burning hot. So on the 4Runner here, we have a shielding, which is a 14 millimeter bolt, which of course you'll need to take out. Those move to 10 millimeters. There we go. Got that off. So the oil filter is located up there. So clearly oil drain bolt right there. That's fine. But considering we're gonna have to head right next to the engine block, it's going to be extremely hot. So at this point now, we have our oil drain plug right here, and we're about to take it off. There's really no tip not to get burned on this. Okay, so tip is, start seeing a little bit of oil dripping out. Like now, it's about to fall. Okay, now it's coming out. And of course, it's gonna burn you a little bit. Like I said, it takes a master to be able to, you know, not get this anywhere. So what I have decided to do is switch sides to get to a better angle of the oil filter, because it is going to be extremely hot. All right, guys. So rule lesson number one, never take your car's to cheap oil repair shops. Let me tell you why. A general rule of practice is that you always put oil on the sill of an oil filter before you change it and before you put it on. You always put oil on that sill. Let me tell you why. So if you don't lube the sill, it makes the oil filter seize on the engine, because think about it. What does heat and rubber do? It usually seizes up. Because right now, I've been struggling for the past while to get this off. So let's not do that from now on. Change your own oil, guys. And to where it doesn't, sit very right with your hands. So look at that real quickly, how this one completely went sideways. You take a swig of the old oil, rub it along the outer edge simply, so we don't do what we just had to struggle with, which is a seized oil filter. So once you're done with that, then you move on to simply adding the oil. Okay, so once you've got all that done, you've added your oil, ensure no leaks, then you just straight up start the engine. All right, so about now is where we test the sound difference. So now you can tell there is no more ticking noise inside this engine. So now what I would recommend you to do is just watch under the car, make sure there's no oil leaks, and enjoy your new quiet sounding engine. Thank you guys very much for tuning into this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please hit like if you like this video. Please hit subscribe if you like the content we make on this channel. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.